one make the space of my complaining.
Here we are, Upper Taquamenon Falls. Rob and Andrea haven't been here 30 years. Isn't this exciting? How do you feel, Andrea?
Great.
Tell us more.
No.
Now,
I don't know where the. See, this. I kind of want to do this, Rob. Come here.
here we are. We are going to do the Great Pines Loop. This is very exciting. Andrea has wanted to see these great pines planted sometime in the 1800s during
No,
the
not planted.
growing since who knows. They're big trees. We're gonna go look at some big trees. And here we are hiking together on the scenic path. It's very scenic. Oh, we have to stop so that Andrea can get pictures.
What are you doing? Huh?
Getting some aerial shots. Aerial shot of us.
Of us? I'm afraid if you keep looking up, you're going to trip over tree roots and stuff. You know?
Stop. Kiss cam. So this is the kind of stuff that Andrea enjoys. She enjoys scenic nature walks, and she'd even like to try hiking. And of course we know that I always prefer to see the world on two wheels, but we're giving this a shot. I have my Camelback bladder emptied and taken out, and I have about 20 pounds of stuff in the back just to find out what backpacking is like. And I don't even know what I have. Miscellaneous things. What do I have? Peanut butter bars. I don't know, something like that. But so we're trying to see the world the way Andrea likes to see it. Because let's face it, that smile, what could be better? What did we forget?
We forgot something?
Yeah, we forgot bug spray, right?
Yeah.
But what did I say?
I forgot. It doesn't.
Bugs don't come out in the rain?
In the rain, yeah.
Apparently I was wrong.
It's not true.
Apparently I was wrong.
What are you doing?
Huh? Apparently we crossed the road. It's a big tall tree. So we are here, so we take the one to the left.
Yeah. Oh, hey. I don't know where that one goes.
I don't know.
Yeah, is that good?
They got skinnies. Established in 1992, these skinnies. Put here by free riders, I can tell. This tree was gnawed down by beavers in 1977. It was approximately 143 years old when it died. Beavers are very common in this area, with the falls and stuff like that. So yeah. It's pretty tall. We have just entered the Whispering Pine Meadows, and if you stop and listen very carefully, you can hear them. Andrea, I love you. Did you hear that? Technical skills. Oh, dab. I got a dab. Touch my foot. Oh. Oh, another one. Oh, this one's got a little drop in there. A little valve in there. Good thing I'm losing weight. I didn't break it. Those could be bear, or they could be dog. These, however, these prints are very rare. Those date back to the Kremastinaken era, and they're known as the Raptorsaurus prints, or Tractorsaurus, I'm sorry, Tractorsaurus. And there basically was an animal way back in time used to bring supplies for other animals back and forth. And that's what that print happens to be. So here's something we will have to learn if we're going to hike more. You have a sign like this. Now, if it was me, I would always want a "You Are Here" sticker, but I don't know exactly where we are. But I think that says that we're at 2, and if we're going to 1. So this is for our information to go back and research and learn how to read hiking maps on hiking paths so that we can make sure we never get lost. Because we learned yesterday that getting lost can be a scary adventure. So here we are, back on the hiking path. Here's a very rare giant inverted mushroom. It's actually not very giant. I have a bug flying in my ear. So listen, thing that we learned. My theory that when it's raining, bugs don't come out, completely wrong. If I haven't said it before, completely wrong. Don't listen to my theory. It's wrong. Bugs come out and they bite, no matter what. We also learned that Andrea's just gorgeous no matter what the circumstances. And hiking so far has been very fun and very informative. And we don't know what kind of trees these are, but we know that they're tall. Oh, look at this mushroom. Little mushroomy guy. Taquamenon. These are the famous sitting pucks carved by the Roman civilization from the great Roman leader Tacus Brachus. And the great Roman leader Tacus Brachus always felt that it was important to rest if you had walked too much. And so these sitting blocks were carved so that one could simply come and take a break. The name Take a Break, didn't know this, but it was from the great Roman leader Tacus Brachus. Okay, here we have a very, very tough traverse. I say we take left, which seems to be a skinnier path, but a less treacherous path.
That's the one.
Now you can see the Tractorsaurus pit trail there, as I told you about earlier. But here we have a much drier path and a safer path all around. And fortunately, I did not catch my wife doing it. Oh no! Oh no! Oh crap!
Wait, where is it? Where is it?
You can't make this stuff up.
Wait, take a break.
See, take a break. I really should have planted a puck over here.
Did we bring spare socks? In the camelback?
Not in the camelback, no. In there is a tiny village of gnomes. They were looking, but we scared them as one was reclining, sitting down with his bripe, enjoying his morning coffee. We have reached another treacherous trail point, and this time Andrea is taking a much safer route, and I will take the more treacherous route. And walking this skinny, there we go. So far we've hiked about 1.9 miles, and we're encountering a hill climb. I don't know if you can see it. It's a treacherously large hill. So, hon, how's this hike going so far?
Great.
Is it everything you ever thought, dreamed, and imagined?
It's fun.
It's very enjoyable. Hiking with your wife is fun. Pro tip number 1,374. The prayer of the woods. I am the heat of your hearth on the cold winter nights, the friendly shade screening you from summer sun, and my fruits are refreshing, droughts quenching your thirst as you journey on. I am the beam that holds your house, the board of your table, the bed on which you lie, and the timber that builds your boat. I am the handle of your hoe, the door of your homestead, the wood of your cradle, and the shell of your coffin. I am the bread of kindness and the flower of beauty. Ye who pass by, listen to my prayer, harm me not. So there's that. And a big, big tall tree. Way, way tall. Very big. Yes. A little bit of trailsy free ride area here. We would walk that, but are those the trees?
Yeah.
Oh, we have found the giant pines. Alas, we have found the giant pines.
Why alas?
I don't know.
Dude, just got a huge mosquito on my view.
The largest known white pine in the Tahquamenon Falls State Park is approximately 185 years old, 120 feet high and 5 feet in diameter, with a circumference of 15 feet 8 inches. Near here is another white pine, lots of mosquitoes, close to the same age and size. Oh wait, near here is another white pine close to the same size and age. These two trees could furnish enough lumber to build a 5-room house. That's a big tree. It's almost as big as my waistline.
I wonder if I could get like... Are they asters? Oh.
Okay, sorry. After a brief glimpse of the falls, we needed to stop and refuel and readjust our shoe. And now we're heading back to the falls. Now, for those of you who didn't know, the Tahquamenon Falls were first discovered in 1747 by a young man named Jacques Tahquamenon, and at that point he was a mountain biker. He was a famous mountain biker back in the day, and he originally had the urge to free ride off of the falls, Unfortunately, that ended up in failure, catastrophic failure. He broke his carbon wheel. Fortunately, he was all right though. Hey, how you doing? Look at the camera. So we had a brief interlude, but we're now walking back towards the Upper Tequamanon Falls. As you know, the Upper Falls were founded, or first originally found in 1777 by an Indian chief. They were discovered in a canoe accident. No. They were actually found by the French. No, they were not found by the French. Nothing good was found by the French, except for fries.
French fries.
Yes. And dressing. And toast. Yes.
Free.
They're okay, fine. The French have good things about them
Great.
too. Okay, so
It's
let's
all
see.
food.
What else is there?
The Tequamanon Falls were actually first discovered in 1921 by a group of Harley riders who were out on a joy motorcycle ride back through the backwoods. And unfortunately, 3 of them went over the falls before they discovered that it was rushing water. They couldn't hear the sound of the falls over the sound of their engines, and that's what caused the calamity. So it's a sad day, but it was a good day for the future of Michigan, because we did find the falls at that point. So we are heading to the Upper Falls now. Anything to say, hon? No? If you hear in the background the sound of rushing water, that's because we're fast approaching the Upper Tequamanon Falls. Now, it's been said that the sound of rushing water from a waterfall has magical healing properties. So I fully intend to stick my head in the falls and hopefully heal my brain, which is clearly demented. That's why my wife doesn't want to be near me. So we are approaching the stairs to the Tequamanon Falls. There are 94 steps to the brink. Now, look at the GoPro effect. I'd like you to see at this moment, it doesn't look that steep. But if we tilt it down to where it should be, honey, there are people.
Yeah, I know. Sorry.
So I'm standing here at the brink of the Tequamanon Falls, and it's been said that 11,000 pounds of salmon lose their lives every year, inadvertently falling off the edge of this fall on the way to their annual mating season. Maybe, if you look closely, you may see one now. So we're heading up from the falls now. Andrea's way ahead of me. But ironically, after my fish story, I literally watched a fish fall off the edge of the falls. I am not kidding. I wish I had filmed it because it would have made my whole previous story sound true. Okay, I don't know how Rocky did it. He ran upstairs and still had energy to raise his arms. Rocky was a true animal. Me, on the other hand, if I get up these stairs, someone's gonna have to give me some oxygen. We're in the home stretch, hon. Da 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 da. I did it! Andrea!
Oh my god.
So I'm here with my wife Andrea Elliott, and behind me, and behind both of us apparently, is the Upper Tequamanon Falls. And I'm not sure if you can see it from this vantage point, but you'll notice that there are different colors of water running down. Now the reason for that is, do you know why, Andrea? Well, the reason for that is because slightly upriver from here, there's actually a large coffee bean, natural coffee bean formation. They grow in the wild there. And subsequently, you can see the darker side. That's the darker roasts going. You have some lighter stuff. That's some of those weird foo-foo blends. And then you have the slight froth there, that's by the espresso, called the espresso blend. So that is why we have the different colors of water coming down off of there. That all has to do with coffee. So here we are at the lower falls. Now, the lower Tequamanon Falls have been found first, and so it's an ancient local legend by the upper peninsulans here, that if you make a wish at the lower Tequamanon Falls and jump into the falls, you will have your wish granted. Now, it's a bonus because once they found the upper falls, if you make a wish at the upper falls and hurl yourself into the river and survive both sets of falls, you'll have 2 wishes granted. Many people like to just sit and contemplate life whilst sitting near the edge of the falls. And they say that if you listen, you can hear direction for your life. I don't know if this is true. If I sit here too long and listen to this rushing water, I'm not gonna lie, it makes me have to go to the bathroom. Now, an ancient Upper Peninsulan legend says that the Lady Tequamana, who founded the falls, who originally found the falls, inadvertently fell over into them back around 1322. And it's been said, the ancient legend is that if you listen closely, you can hear her in the water. I wonder what she's saying. Probably, "Get me out of here, it's cold." That's my guess. I don't know. What do you hear? Honey, did you know how the Tequamanon Falls were actually formed?
No.
Now, many people think it's like something like evolution or glaciers or something weird like that. But really, the true reason is actually the Galactic Empire. Emperor Palpatine, in his quest for bloodlust to eliminate the galaxy of Jedis, came blasting through here. And what was once a tiny, tiny little trickle of water, after those AT-ATs, AT-ATs, and other space machines were brought in, became the Tequamanon Falls, became the mighty Tequamanon River. And the falls were a subsequent habitual blasting of stormtroopers attempting to aim at Jedi and rebels. Unfortunately, stormtroopers never hit their target, so they kept blasting and blasting, and unfortunately for them, they missed. But fortunately for us, that is how the Tequamanon Falls were formed, by the Galactic Empire. Signing out with my last news fact of the moment. So honey, today's adventure brings us to the Sleeping Bear Dunes, up here in Empire, Michigan, I believe. And a little known fact about the Sleeping Bear Dunes, a lot of people think this is just a natural phenomenon, but actually it was inspired shortly after World War I, when America visited Egypt for the first time and saw pyramids. And every year, millions and millions of pounds of sand have been brought to this site. Unfortunately, Michiganders have not yet figured out how to make sand stick together, and that is why we have the dunes. We're climbing the dunes. She's away, she's climbing. There's my shadow. This would be a lot easier on a fat bike. You know, I think the fatter you are, the harder it is. I know that's obvious, but I seem to be sliding backwards down the hill with every step. Okay, we've been climbing approximately 45 minutes now, and we are a quarter way up the first half of the hill. I'm completely exhausted. I think I've burned about 1,100 calories. Hopefully we'll make it to the top of this first ridge. We're now an hour in. We've made it approximately 20 feet from the last time we checked in. Hopefully we'll get there. The preferred stepping method So we're now
Yeah, I still feel like
2.5 hours in. We've climbed approximately a third of the first mountain, 2/3 of the first hill. I've already exhausted my water supply, which I had enough for 4 days. It's a horrible climb. As you can see, each year, hundreds and hundreds of Michiganders climb this hill on their way to the annual Sandcastle Camp competition. We're going today, not as entrants, but as participants, but as onlookers, because our sandcastle making skills are not very good. There she is. Look at her. Just plowing through this sand like nothing. Captain's log, June 21st. We've been climbing for approximately a week now. We should get there eventually. I don't know. The GoPro truly does it justice. There's probably a GoPro effect on this. But, oh yeah, I'm gonna have calves for days after this. For days, because they'll be in cramp position and they'll look muscular until the cramps go away. And they look like jelly again. But I digress. Yep, we're going up a hill. All I can say is, rawr, rawr. After having climbed Mount Sandhill, this is Sleeping Bear Dunes.
No, it's
To this point,
dune climb.
the dune climb,
Yeah.
we have decided
don't
that
think
we
we-
are going to roll the entire way down.
I don't think we did. the
Never
whole dune
before
climb.
been done. We are going to roll head to toe the entire way to the car. This will be a new feat of engineering. I don't know, but we're going to go for it. We may not roll. We may just walk. I'll probably walk. It'll probably be much safer if I walk. So we are going to make our way down. It is a long, steep chute, if you can see. There is kind of a big drop-off point, and we're going to go for it. Here we are. I'm going to roll. I'm going to go for it. I'm going to roll head over toe. Probably by accident, but we're going to do it.
I think it's just a rundown.
Huh? Run down? Andrea said run down.
What are you doing? No, no, no.
That's far enough, Bess. Holy cow. You really pick up momentum when you do that. And this body's not made for running.
You have to tell me when you're ready.
Guys, the ice cream shop is closed down there. I'm sorry. There's no point in going to the top without the ice cream. Oh, a Band-Aid from 1994. Roar, 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 roar. Okay, that's the most I've run since the 80s. I think my lungs are on fire. I got sand in my shoes. I got enough sand in my shoes to be able to build 14 sandcastles and maybe some of those little sand statues that you make with glue. But it was a wonderful time. I'm glad we did it. What are your thoughts?
It was fun.
Those are Andrea's thoughts. Deep thoughts indeed. We are signing out from the Sleeping Bear Dunes. Ladies and gentlemen, those are
That's
Andrea's shoes.
That's only one shoe.
Only one of Andrea's
Hold on.
shoes.
Do the sock.
Let's do the sock too. These are brought to you by Nike Sand Edition.
Yeah. What? I can't hear what you
Second sandy shoe. That's a lot of sand. And
Oh wow, you had more sand than I did. We should have waited to have a competition.
I am clearly not the only weird one in the family.